Well, folks, welcome to eclipse season. We just heard about the bridge collapse in Baltimore. A ship ran into one of the columns and it completely collapsed. So I went and I pulled up the exact chart of the moment that the bridge itself collapsed, which was at 1:28 a.m., as you can see in some of the videos timestamps. And I was kind of just blown away by this, to be honest, because we've got an international cargo ship having a power failure, striking a bridge, and it collapsing into water with multiple cars falling into the water and people are trapped. So just to give you a little bit of a background here, this is Rex E. Bill's rulership book, and you can see bridges are ruled by third house, Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune. And ships or shipping is ruled by the moon, Neptune, Pisces, the ninth house, Sagittarius, or Jupiter. And going back to this chart, as you can see, it is a Sagittarius rising chart with its ruler Jupiter conjunct Uranus, the planet of chaos, in Taurus, the planet that deals with stability, or in this case, instability. And we've also got Saturn conjunct Venus in the third house. Venus is ruling the moon and the midheaven in the south node, all talking about the event itself being how it's publicized. And as we saw in the previous picture, the moon rules over ships and Saturn rules over bridges. And we have Saturn conjunct Venus, the ruler of that moon in Libra there, and it is in a quincunx to the moon. In fact, as you'll notice, there is a yod pattern happening here between the moon, Venus, and Jupiter. And we can see all of these Pisces third house placements, especially Mars, almost exactly conjunct the third house cusp. Third house ruling over any sort of transportation, including bridges or shipping. So Mars, being the planet of accidents, is right about to conjunct that third house cusp. We've got that Saturn in Pisces. So again, a structure that stands in water or goes over water. And Pisces tends to dissolve things as well. So we've got that dissolving of a structure over water. And then the Jupiter representing the ship itself conjunct Uranus, which Uranus can deal with electricity and power and things like that. And as we see in some of the videos, there were power outages going in and out, like the power came in and out 3 times. And then we've got both of those energies quincunxing the moon. And again, the moon is still full after the eclipse of yesterday, and it's right on the midheaven with the south node. The south node can represent loss. And because the moon also in this chart rules the 8th house, it looks to be that there will be most likely some loss of life. I believe they're still searching as of right now. But yeah, I just find it interesting that the midheaven is literally conjunct the moon in the south node. We just had a lunar eclipse, a full moon lunar eclipse. And not only does Libra, the sign of Libra, the scales, look like the exact outline of the bridge, but Saturn has its exaltation in Libra. And where is Saturn? Saturn is in the third house of transportation, shipping, in a water sign in Pisces. So again, the continuation of themes of water related accidents, incidents, going back to, the Titanic sub thing that happened last year, the weird sea creatures and shark attacks and all those things. Like the ocean and the waterways are kind of bringing challenges out with this Saturn and Pisces energy. But now we're bringing in the eclipse, we're bringing in Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, and it's terribly unfortunate. I mean, but it's also crazy how spot on the representation of this event is in the chart. So this is just the beginning of eclipse season. This is going to be going on for another 2 weeks, but the effects of this eclipse season will be felt much longer than that. So kind of brace yourselves, strap in, and get ready for a bumpy ride. And my prayers go out to everybody affected by this event.